I've been practicing invisibility, learning how to fade into the walls, perfecting the art of fragility, shrinking myself down in crowded halls. It started small, skipping parties, letting calls go straight to voicemail, and canceling on everybody, watching every relationship fail. Not with a bang, but with silence. The slow erosion of presence. I became fluent in avoidance, a masterclass in absence. My apartment became my universe, four walls that knew my secrets, and every day it got worse. But at least here no one defeats us. I deleted all my social media on a Tuesday afternoon in May. Watch my digital self disappear like smoke, just floating away. 700 friends reduced to zero, 1,000 photos gone like dust. I thought I'd feel like some kind of hero, but I just felt the loss of trust in myself to maintain connection, in others to actually care. I chose isolation as protection, built a fortress of despair. Now I'm so good at disappearing that I've forgotten how to stay. The world outside is so unclear, and I've been gone so many days, and no one noticed, no one called to ask where I went. Maybe I was right, maybe I was never meant to take up space in anyone's life. Maybe disappearing is my gift, the art of becoming nothing, the art of becoming mist. We're masters of the art of disappearing, fading out like songs nobody plays, experts at the act of slowly clearing ourselves from everyone's gaze. We thought that if we got small enough, the pain would shrink along with us, but now we're calling our own bluff. We disappeared, but the hurt still plus the art of disappearing left us with just ourselves to haunt. The art of disappearing made us into exactly what we didn't want.
Yeah, I mastered vanishing before I was famous. Now I'm famous for being everywhere, but nobody knows this game that I play is just disappearing into thin air. I'm in every magazine, every screen, but I haven't felt real in years. I'm the most visible, invisible being, drowning in applause and tears. I show up to every interview, perform the person they expect, but the real me withdrew, left behind a hollow architect, building a persona out of cardboard, smiling while I'm dying underneath. My authenticity I've ignored, traded truth for a golden reed.
I have 11 million followers, but I haven't talked to my dad in months. Fame is just a hollow collar that chokes the life from what you once. nothing left for me. I smiled and called it release, but it was just another way to flee. And no one noticed because the mask was so complete. They saw the performance, never saw defeat. Behind the tattoos and the braids, behind the sold out tours and shows, the art of disappearing played in ways that nobody knows. We're masters of the art of dissing and fading. There was nothing left for me. I smiled and called it release, but it was just another way to flee. And no one noticed because the mask was so complete. They saw the performance, never saw defeat. Behind the tattoos and the braids, behind the sold out tours and shows, the art of disappearing played in ways that nobody knows. We're masters of the art of disappearing, fading out while standing in the light. Experts at the act of slowly clearing our truth from everybody's sight. We thought that if we performed enough, the real us could safely hide. But now we're calling our own bluff. We disappeared ourselves inside the art of disappearing. Left us strangers to our souls. The art of disappearing dug us into deeper holes. There's a girl in my memories who used to dance in the rain, who laughed without apologies, who didn't associate. I fell in love with the orange bottles, lined up like soldiers on my bathroom shelf. They promised peace at full throttle, a vacation from myself. First it was just for sleeping, when the thoughts got way too loud. But soon I was keeping more than my doctor allowed. One for the morning anxiety, two for the afternoon dread, three for the evening variety of demons inside my head. The pills became my lover, more reliable than any man. They held me like no other, according to some corporate plan.
I remember my first prescription, written in a 5-minute session. The doctor's prediction was that this would ease my depression, but he didn't mention the hunger, the craving for more and more. How I become younger, a child begging at the pharmacy door, counting down hours until the next dose, organizing them by color and time. They became the one thing I needed most, more necessary than water or rhyme. I canceled plans with friends to stay home with my bottles, convinced myself this was how it ends.
For people stuck in life's throttle, this was an addiction, I told myself. This was just medicine, just treatment. The pharmacy became my wealth, the pills my deepest achievement. And I don't know when medicine became something darker, when healing became sin, and I became a martyr to the pharmaceutical dream of better living through chemistry. Now nothing is what it seems, and I'm lost in this symmetry. This is pharmacy love, the romance we don't talk about. Pills sent from above to silence every doubt. We're in love with the numbness, in love with the quiet mind. This clinical dumbness that helps us leave pain behind. without the dose, we're permanently off kilter. And the pills are who we're close.
Yeah. My first pill was for pain, after the surgery on my knee. But the pain that really came was the dependency I couldn't see. 1 became 2, 2 became 10, chasing the relief that faded faster. Again and again and again, the pills were my master. I tore on a cocktail of everything, Xanax for the flights, perks for the shows. Nobody questioned the Medicaid, cause the show must go on, I suppose. My manager saw but looked away, the label saw but counted the profits. Every single day I'd negotiate the droplets of sanity I had left, trading them for numbness, until I was completely bereft of anything but dumbness. I overdosed on a Tuesday, woke up in a hospital bed. They said I almost threw away everything, almost ended up dead. But even then the craving screamed through the IV and the monitor beeps. The pharmacy love I dreamed was waiting for me to relapse in heaps. Recovery is the hardest tour I've ever been on, no encore. Every day is a war against the pharmaceutical lord that told me I needed them to survive, that I couldn't cope without the dose. But being actually alive means feeling even the morose. The pain I was numbing was real, but so was the joy I was missing. Learning to actually feel is what my recovery is insisting.
And I don't know when I'll stop craving the silence the pills provided, when I'll stop misbehaving, when I'll feel less divided between the person who wants to heal and the addict who wants relief. Recovery makes it real, and real is full of grief. This is pharmacy love, the romance that almost killed us, pills sent from above that filled us and then stilled us. We were in love with the numbness, in love with the quiet mind, this clinical dumbness that helps us leave life behind. Pharmacy love, the most dangerous relationship. Pharmacy love, we're abandoning this sinking ship. Learning to feel without the filter, learning to live without the dose, no longer off kilter, learning to hold ourselves close. 90 days clean a day doesn't mean I don't still think about it. Every single day the pharmacy love, I still doubt it. I can make it to 91 without reaching for the bottle, but I've only just begun and learning to live full throttle. The feelings are overwhelming sometimes, like being born again with raw skin. Everything hurts, even the chimes of beauty ringing within. But I'd rather feel too much than feel nothing at all. I'd rather lose the crutch and learn how to fall and get back up again. Get back up again. 2 years clean for me. Some days still harder than others, but I'm finally free from the pharmaceutical covers that hid me from myself, from the world, from my family. No more pills on the shelf.
Dear Austin, you're 10 years old right now, sitting in your room in Syracuse. I know you're wondering how life got so confused and so obtuse. Dad's been working late again, and you've been feeling all alone. You're discovering the pain of a house that doesn't feel like home. I wanna tell you it gets better,
But first it's gonna get worse. Consider this a letter, a blessing wrapped up in a verse. You're gonna make mistakes, so many. You're gonna hurt and be hurt too. You're gonna feel like you don't have any purpose or people who see you. At 15 you'll feel invisible, like nobody understands. The thoughts will get difficult, but keep creating with your hands. The guitar will save your life more than once in the coming years. Through every struggle and strife, through all the falling tears. You'll wanna quit 1,000 times, you'll stand on ledges looking down. But please remember these rhymes, you're wearing a king's crown. Even when it feels like nothing, even when the world is gray, keep strumming, keep becoming, there are better days. These are letters to my younger self, messages in bottles through time. Things I wish someone would have said when I couldn't find my rhyme. Letters to the boy I used to be before the world got heavy. I see you, I love you, you're free, and one day you'll be ready. Yeah. Yo, little Cameron, listen up. You're 11 in Pittsburgh right now. Life's about to fill your cup of lessons. Let me show you how. That neighborhood you're scared of now is gonna make you stronger still. Every struggle you're weathering while it's gonna become fuel for real. The kids who clown you for being different, they're gonna want your autograph. The ones who made you feel insufficient are gonna want a photograph. Stay weird, stay focused, stay you. Even when they don't understand, the things that make you feel see-through are gonna be your brand. At 16 you'll lose some friends to the streets and the system too. Remember how it feels because it never ends, and those memories will guide what you do. You'll write raps about better days. While living through the worst, you'll find a million ways to put your healing first. Your mama's gonna struggle to provide, but her love is gonna overflow. Even when you wanna hide, she's the reason you'll grow. Don't be ashamed of where you're from. The Section 8 apartments, the lack, that's where your power comes from. That's your foundation, your back. These are letters to our younger selves, messages through the years. Words we wish we heard from someone else before we learned through tears. Letters to the boys we used to be before the fame and pain. We see you, we love you, you're free, and nothing was in vain. Yeah, Austin at 21, fame just hitting you, spinning fast. You think you finally won, but this is only the first class of an education that's brutal. In trust and love and loss, everything feels so crucial, but not everything is worth the cost. Don't sign a contract without reading. Don't trust everyone who smiles. Some people are just feeding on your talent for the piles of money and success at your expense, at your health. Learn to say no, confess when you're struggling, ask for help. Dear Cameron at 23, you just had your first hit. You feel invincible, I see, but don't forget where you sit in the universe. Stay humble, the fans are people, not numbers. When you're about to stumble, remember the hungers that drove you to create. Before the checks and the fame, the pure unfiltered state is where you'll find your name. Don't let the industry change the core of who you are, even when it feels strange. You're not just a star, you're a person underneath. Now I'm writing from 30 years on, looking back at all the letters I've sent, every battle fought, every pawn, move forward with every rant. Paid in tears and sleepless nights was worth it, I can see now. Every single one of those fights led me here somehow. I'm not perfect, still making mistakes, still learning, still growing each day. But I got what it takes, because that kid made a way. He held on when it was hardest, believed when belief was gone. He was the artist that helped me carry on. Yeah, I'm looking at old photographs of that kid from Pittsburgh with dreams. I wanna tell him the aftermath is better than it seems. You're gonna have a daughter one day, she's gonna have your eyes, and you're gonna know the wait was worth
I've been drowning for so long now, I forgot what it tastes like. Somewhere beneath the surface somehow I learned to survive without light. The water filled my lungs so slowly that I didn't notice the weight, until I was completely holy, consecrated by the fate of those who sink instead of swim, who let the current take them down. The light above got dark and dim, and I accepted I would drown. It wasn't dramatic like the movies, no thrashing, no screaming for help, just a quiet surrender, the smoothest disappearance into myself.
Every morning I would wake up beneath the waves of expectation. Every night I try to shake up the water of my own creation. Depression feels like drowning in a room full of air. Everyone around me frowning because they can't see the water there. They say just swim up, it's easy, but they don't feel the currents pull. They say just breathe, don't be queasy, but my lungs are always full of water, of weight, of silence, the pressure crushing every bone, living in this liquid violence, drowning completely alone.
And the weight of water is heavier than they know, like a lamb to slaughter. I'm sinking down below, where the light can't find me, where the sound can't reach. The weight of water binds me and steals away my speech. I'm carrying the weight of water every single day, an ocean in my body that won't go away. They tell me to stay afloat, but I've forgotten how. I'm carrying the weight of water, and I'm drowning now. The weight of water, the weight of tears, the weight of all these wasted years. The weight of water, too much to hold. This story's getting I learned to tread water at a young age, when the floods came through my childhood home. Every day was just another page of learning how to swim alone. My mother was an ocean of sadness, my father was an absent tide. I navigated through the madness with no lighthouse as a guide, so I developed gills for breathing, underwater adaptations, while everyone else was achieving normal dry expectations. I was just trying not to drown in the waters with muscles burning through currents made of grief, constantly learning that relief was just beneath. Oh, another stroke, another breath, another moment of survival. I danced with the threat of death and called it my revival. Every tear became the ocean, but I became the sailor, transforming drowning into motion, turning failure into trailer for the movie of recovery, where the hero learns to float, where the ending of the discovery is that she was always a boat. And the weight of water made me stronger than I knew, like a fighter, not a martyr. I was swimming through to a place where light could find me, where the surface finally broke. The weight of water refined me into fire from the smoke. We're carrying the weight of water, but we're learning how to float. An ocean in our bodies, but we're building our own boat. They told us we would drown here, but we're proving them wrong. We're carrying the weight of water, and we're swimming strong. The weight of water, the weight of tears, transformed into something that steers. The weight of water, fuel for the I died a little bit every day, until dying became my living. Pieces of me floating away, taking more than they were given. Now I haunt the hallways of my own life, a ghost in my own home. Everything filtered through a knife of dissociation and chrome. I watch myself from the ceiling, moving through the motions below. I used to have feeling, but that was long ago. Before the numbness made me spectral, before I lost my solid form. Now I'm something electrical, a ghost before the storm. I remember when I was alive, when colors meant something real, when I didn't have to survive every single thing I feel. But trauma has a way of killing you without stopping your heartbeat. It finds a way of stilling you while you're still on your feet. So I became this ghost, haunting my own existence, present but also the most absent at every instance. They look right through me now, like I'm already transparent. I don't remember how it happened, it wasn't apparent until I caught my reflection and saw nothing there. And I don't wanna haunt this world, I wanna live inside it. But something in me has something that's hard to admit. I'm becoming a ghost before I'm ready to leave. I used to feel the most, now I barely believe. These are the ghosts we become when living becomes too hard. Specters of what we were undone. Phantoms without a guard. We haunt the spaces of our lives, invisible in broad daylight. These are the ghosts that survive when we lose the will to fight. The ghost we become, echoes we become, echo through the halls of a life that's come undone. Writing on the walls, we're not dead, but we're not alive. Just ghosts who forgot how to arrive. I became a ghost at 15, after something happened that I don't name. Something that split me right between the before and after of my shame. I floated above myself that night, and I've never fully come back down. I learned to survive without being right. In my body, in my crown. The therapist calls it dissociation, a normal response to abnormal things, but that's just a translation for becoming the ghost that sings. I walk through crowds and feel nothing, touch people and feel the void. Every single something has been carefully destroyed by the ghost I've become. I've tried to come back to my body through every method you can name. Medication, therapy, everybody has tried to bring me back from this shame. But the ghost is comfortable now. It's learned to survive in the margins. I've forgotten somehow what it feels like to have no bargains with the spectral world I inhabit. This half-life of existence, I've made it a habit to maintain this distance between myself and feeling, between my body and my soul. The ghost became the healing that swallowed me whole. And I don't wanna haunt this world, I wanna wake up and stay. But something in me is curled into a permanent gray. I'm becoming a ghost of someone I used to know. What I miss the most is the girl from long ago. These are the ghosts we become when trauma takes the wheel. Specters of what we were undone. No longer able to feel. We haunt the spaces of our minds, invisible to ourselves. These are the ghosts left behind when we put ourselves on shelves. The ghosts we become sometimes forget their own names, echoing where we're from, playing survival games. We're not dead, but we're not alive. Just ghosts who forgot how to thrive. Yeah, I became a ghost when the fame hit, when a million people knew my name, but none of them knew the misfit hiding underneath the frame. I smile for the cameras moves like a specter, transparent behind the flash. I used to be a protector of my soul, now it's just ash, floating through the venues like a phantom, playing songs I wrote in me a skirt. My grandfather drank himself to death in a house he built with his own two hands. My father inherited that same breath, the same trembling, desperate hands. I watched him pour whiskey at breakfast, watched my mother pretend not to see, learned that silence was the best gift we could give to our family tree. Nobody talks about the darkness, and nobody named the elephant there. We just passed down the starkness, generation to generation, despair. I told myself I'd be different, that the bloodline would stop with me. But here I am feeling ambivalent, pouring drinks at 23.
My mother's mother never hugged or said affection made children weak. So my mother, she smothered her own instincts, wouldn't speak the language of love with her body, kept a distance, stayed reserved. And I grew up feeling shoddy, like love was something to be earned, not given freely, not abundant, just rationed out in tiny doses. Affection was redundant, and a family of closed roses, never blooming, never opening, just surviving, nothing more. The bloodline kept on hoping that someone would break the floor and let some light in finally.
And I'm standing at the crossroads of everything I've inherited, carrying all these bloodline loads, wondering if I'm too embedded in the patterns of my fathers and the silence of my mothers. Does breaking the cycle even matter, or will I just become another link in the chain of broken people, passing down what was passed to me, standing underneath the steeple of generational debris. We come from a bloodline of broken, fractured bones that never healed right, words that should have been spoken, swallowed down in the night. We inherited the silence, the addiction and the pain. We inherited the violence that fell down like acid rain. Bloodline of broken, but the blood can learn new ways. Every curse can be outspoken, every chain can be erased. We come from broken, but broken isn't all we are.
My mother had me at 16, didn't know how to raise a child. She did the best with what she'd seen, which wasn't much to survive a while. Her mother left when she was 7, disappeared without a trace. So my mother's version of heaven was just staying in one place. She stayed but she was empty, body without a soul. She gave me everything but plenty of the warmth that makes you whole. So I learned to mother myself, raised a child inside alone, put my needs upon the shelf, built my heart a fortress of stone, and called it independence.
I swore I'd never have children, didn't trust myself with something pure, but then I held my daughter building something I wasn't sure I could sustain or nourish properly, given everything I learned. But she looked at me and softly made me feel like I had earned the right to try something different, to write a different story. Every moment with her's a covenant against a bloody inventory of pain that came before. I hold her longer than I was held. I tell her that I adore things my mother never spelled out loud, things I needed desperately. And I'm standing at the crossroads of everything I've been handed, rewriting all the bloodline codes on territory I've never landed. I make mistakes, I fall short, I sometimes hear my mother's voice coming out like a last resort, but then I make a different choice. I choose to hug when I wanna hide, choose to speak when silence calls, choose to let my daughter inside the heart behind these walls. We come from a bloodline of broken, shattered mirrors reflecting pain, but words unspoken to finally break the chain. We inherited the silence, but we're learning how to scream. We inherited the violence, but we're building a new dream. Bloodline of broken, but rewriting the DNA. Every curse is being outspoken, every shadow pushed away. We come from broken, but we're not where we'll stay.
Wasn't around, that's the story you know. Black father's missing, it's the stereotype they show. But what they don't tell you is he was missing too. From himself, from his father, it's a generational flu. His dad left him so he didn't know how to stay. Didn't have the blueprint, didn't know the way. I used to hate him for it, carried that way for years. Turned that abandonment into music, sweat and tears. But then I had my son and I understood the fear, the terror of fucking up and not being clear on how to be present when presence was never taught. So I stay every day, giving everything I've got.
Breaking the bloodline with every bedtime story. Rewriting history, creating new glory. Is uncontained. Please reach out, you're not alone. This is a song of healing. I turned my body into a museum of all the pain I couldn't speak. Every exhibit you couldn't see them unless you knew where to peek. Underneath the long sleeves hiding the gallery of my distress, where I was constantly residing in the art of my own mess. I was the curator of damage, the architect of silent screams, learning to manage the unmanageable by any means. The first cut was an accident, at least that's what I told myself. But the relief was so magnificent, I put my wellness on the shelf. Nobody teaches you what to do when the pain inside gets so loud that the only way to get through is to make yourself bleed out. The pressure that was building in my chest, in my head, found release in the chilling ritual that I learned to dread and need simultaneously. The addiction nobody names, visiting my scars spontaneously, playing devastating games. I became an expert at hiding long sleeves in the summer heat, constantly residing in the terror of being seen, being beat by my own hand, by my own doing. And I don't wanna be this museum, I don't wanna be this gallery of pain, but I don't know how to free them, the feelings that drive me insane. I'm more than the scars on my body, I'm more than the marks that I've made. But right now I feel like nobody, just a collection of cuts on parade. We are museums of scars, exhibitions of survival, mapping out the stars of our own arrival. Every mark tells a story of battles we fought alone. Some of them are gory, some cut to the bone, but the museum is closing. The exhibits are being moved into the light, exposing everything we have to prove. We are more than the scars, we are more than the pain. a bathroom after school. Didn't know what self-harm could mean. Just knew I needed some kind of tool to translate the internal to external, to make the invisible seen. The chaos that was infernal finally becoming clean. Lines on my skin like sentences in a language only I could read. My body full of references to every time I felt the need to escape myself completely, to feel something other than numb. The blade became the key to a release that made me dumb to the long-term consequences. I've been to hospitals 3 times for wounds that went too deep, carrying out the crimes against myself that I couldn't keep hidden anymore, revealed on a bathroom floor in red. Everything I concealed pouring out instead. The nurses looked at me with pity, some with judgment in their eyes, but one said something pretty that cut through all the lies. She said, "Sweetheart, you're not broken, you're just hurting and you're young. These wounds are words unspoken in a battle that you've sung your way through survival." And I wanted to believe her, that the scars weren't who I am, that I could be a receiver of grace instead of this sham of pretending I was fine, while my body kept the score. Every single line, a closing of a door that I thought would lead to peace, but only led to more. We are museums of scars, archives of the war within, bearing all the memoirs of every time we couldn't win. Every mark tells a story of nights we barely survived. Some of them are gory, some show we're still alive, but the museum is transforming. The exhibits are being healed into something reborn and warming everything that was concealed. We are more than the scars, we are more than our worst. We are healing memoirs, breaking the curse. Yeah, I never could, but I found other ways to hurt the body that I hated, drinking myself through the days until I was completely sedated. My self-destruction looked different. It came in bottles and pills, but it was the same imprisonment, the same desperate kills of the pain I couldn't process, the shame I couldn't name. My museum was a mess, just wearing different frames. I've got scars, you cannot see them, internal damage from the war. I'm rebuilding my museum into something worth fighting for. I've been clean for 14 months now, 2 years, 3 months and 5 days. I'm learning to cope somehow, found healthier ways to release the pressure building, to feel something real, slowly building out in hope. We've been walking through the night together, through the art of disappearing, through pharmacy love and stormy weather, through the weight of water and the fearing. We've written letters to who we were, become ghosts and learn to return. Every painful thing that occurred was a lesson we had to learn. And now the night is ending, the sun is rising, we are ascending. This is our approach.
darkness just before the dawn is the heaviest I've known. Everything I've relied upon, every seed I've ever sown, feels like it's pressing down on me in these final hours of night. But somewhere I can almost see the first suggestions of light. I've been walking through this valley for longer than I can count. Every alley, every tally of pain has seemed paramount. But there's something shifting now in the texture of the air. I don't know exactly how, but the night is losing its snare. I used to be afraid of mornings because they meant I survived another night. I'd ignore all the warnings that I was losing the fight. But this morning feels different somehow, like the sun rises for me, like I'm finally ready now to be who I'm meant to be. The ghosts are fading with the darkness, the weight is lifted with the light. I'm emerging from the starkness into something that feels right. Not perfect, not complete, but present and awake. For the first time in years, my heartbeat sounds like something that won't break. This is dawn, the awakening we didn't know we needed. The night is gone, and we're no longer defeated. We're rising with the sun after the longest dark. Everything we've done has led us to the spark. Dawn is coming, we can feel it in our bones. After all the running, we're finally coming home. I've watched 1,000 sunrises from the wrong side of a wake, waiting for the surprises to give me some kind of break. But this one is different, I'm telling you. This one I'm watching from a different place. Not desperate for something to get through, but grateful for this space. The horizon is painting colors I haven't seen in years. Reds and oranges and others that are bringing me to tears. Not sad tears, not surviving tears, but tears of something new. After drowning in my fears, I'm finally breaking through. Yeah. Watching the sunrise from my mama's porch after flying home last night, trading in the torch of fame for something right. My daughter's sleeping in the next room, my mother's making breakfast down below, and all the doom and gloom is finally letting go. I've been chasing sunsets for a decade, forgetting that the morning matters more. Every bad choice I made was keeping me from the shore, but I'm here now, I made it back. The sunrise over Pittsburgh hits different. The light fills every crack, every missing, every isn't becomes something that is.
This is dawn, the awakening we've been waiting for. The night is gone, and we're opening the door.
We're rising with the sun after years in the dark. Everything we've become began with this spark. Dawn is here, and so are we. After fighting the fear, we're finally free. Drown in the water's way, but I refuse to believe that sorrow is my fate. So I'm standing at the window as the sun breaks over the hills, watching the light crescendo as it covers and fills every dark corner of my not pretending the night didn't happen. I'm celebrating that it's done. I'm allowing myself to open to the rising of the sun. This is awakening. Now I'm from sleep but from survival mode. Finally forsaking the heavy load.
The sun is touching my face.
I can feel the warmth that lasts. We found this sacred space where we're not trapped in the past. The light is washing us clean, every shadow running away. The most beautiful scene, the beginning of a new day. Not just any dawn, but our specific awakening. Everything we've done.